Kamala Harris, who we all know is gearing up for a 2028 presidential run, has apparently been reaching out to Mamdani and other pro-Palestinian activists in the lead-up. Let me get my goddamn Barack Ravid. Trump is finally fed up with Netanyahu. Trust me, guys. Updates in peace, please. I'm taking Vance over her. Sorry. Would rather the decline of America be pinned on somebody like Vance than on a candidate who libs are going to get excited and then apathetic over. Who wrote this? Not Barack Ravid, if that's what you were asking. What if she shows actual improvement? Doesn't matter. Listen, I know this sounds crazy. I understand this sounds like weird purity testing, but I think it would be good if we had political leaders who weren't shameless liars, who backed a genocide and are only now trying to pivot to change their minds, now that it's become abundantly clear that any pro-genocide candidate in 2028 is going to get smashed. I want political, because listen, we are not talking about change and growth from like young people who made a mistake and have changed their mind. We're talking about the cynical decision making from professional liars who have been shifting their policies and their positions relentlessly for as long as it has been politically expedient to do so. She was a different person in 2020 than she was in 2024. She was a different person in 2024 than she will be in 2028. Why would these disingenuous candidates have sunk the Democratic Party? Nobody believes the party's brand anymore. People like the insincerity of these candidates has done huge damage to the faith of the voters. Why would anyone get excited? Like Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom every day. I'm in favor of a billionaire's tax. I'm against a billionaire's tax. I hate the Republicans. Oh, let me suck your dick, Charlie Kirk. Why would anyone the constant insincerity, the consultant brained, like I refuse to support a position unless it's 51% favorable, except for with Gaza where you have to wait for like 80%. Like it's not defensible. We need candidates who actually believe in things. The funny thing is that Joe Biden is an example of this. Joe Biden believed in Zionism. He was consistent about that before October 7th, too. Joe Biden has always been a pretty straight shooter. His positions over the course of his very long political career have been pretty consistent. If you look at him back in the 1980s and the 1990s and 2000s and 2010s and 2020s, you actually get a pretty accurate read of what he believes. Do I agree with all of it? No, but at least he believed in it. People like Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, I mean, honestly, most Democrats, I think Joe Biden was actually the unique one here. I think Obama also does this too, with a constant pivoting in favor of like consultant positions, you know, like support for gay marriage, which Obama personally supported for many years before he publicly supported it. I just don't respect this. And I think the Democratic Party is tired of it. I think one of the reasons why Trump is so popular with Republicans is because in spite of his profound fucking retardation, he does come across as somebody who just says what's on his mind, which in fairness, he does. It's just that his brain is soup and he believes whatever he's told. So, you know, it's not really like it's not a very reliable indicator as to what's true, but it does tell you what's going on in his head. He's a very, you know, transparent politician in that respect, at least. She couldn't even say Zoran's name 8 months ago. Yeah.
What do you think of him and his candidacy? And what do you think of mainline Democratic shyness and agitation about the prospect that he's going to win?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, he's the Democratic nominee and he should be supported.
Do you endorse his candidacy?
I support the Democrat in the race. Sure.
And now she reaches out. And now you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. I support the Democrat. Yeah. Exact same thing Schumer says to Platner. Yeah, of course. It's the same. Yeah, they don't believe in anything. She did this with Trump, too. When she was VP, she refused to say Trump's name. I mean, I think it speaks to like a very consultant-brained like mentality to begin with. The idea that you're never authentic, you're never sincere. The people all agree. We all agree that Kamala Harris radiates insincerity, right? Every time she's asked a question on anything, she gives the same, like, you know, Stepford Wives plastic grin. Everything about her comes across as really insincere, and it's reinforced by the fact that her policy positions keep changing too. We want real fighters who really believe things. People who are a little kooky, you know? That's how politics used to be. That's how all politics was for all time, at least for as long as we've been doing politics, basically. This modern incarnation of a mainstream Democrat, which is this like plastic, thinly veiled corporate figurehead who just repeats what they're told to say by their consultants and staffers, that is a very, very, very modern thing. That's just not how politics has worked historically. Last week in Detroit, Harris met with a co-founder of the Uncommitted movement. Talked with James Zogby, longtime member of the Democratic National Committee who's advocated for Palestinian rights. Is this one of those Axios articles we can trust? The information, yes. Yes. All media lies. It's about the literacy to determine what they're lying about. Barak Ravid's 700th everyone's fed up with Netanyahu post is not comparable to like a quick read Access journalist piece on how Kamala Harris is making moves in the background, you know? The cultural shift is happening, but so slowly. The cultural shift we need is away from insincerity and towards sincerity, not like fake, like pro-Zionism into fake anti-Zionism. Do you think our rhetoric will insincerely change? Yeah, of course. Every every serious Democratic candidate in 2028 will oppose Netanyahu, if he's even around by then. The question is, how many of them will actually believe it? Kamala Harris never can, neither can Gavin Newsom. We know where they stand. Did you see this? DeGette telling a Democratic Party delegate not to vote for her if the only issue you care about is Palestine. No. It's a great reminder of how little establishment Democrats actually care about democracy. DeGette, the woman who just got the 30-year incumbent who just got replaced by Milat Kiros, sorry, I mixed up the consonants there. Milat Kiros told a Democratic Party delegate not to vote for her if the only issue you care about is Palestine. Which, like, okay. And then she lost by 10 points.
You are fundamentally not going to agree with me on this because you think
that Palestinians deserve to live. Thank you very much.
No, ma'am, that's not it.
Oh, she mad. She mad.
Did you? Hi.
Yes, I did record it.
Okay. Here I am.
Hi, Diana. I'm Nicole Shea.
Hi, Nicole.
I am a delegate in Denver. I'm in 5 points.
Okay. Great.
Like you, I really consider myself.
She was about to throw hands for Israel. Look at how anxiously afterwards she was like, did you catch that? Did you catch me obviously getting like really upset there? What an embarrassment for a 30-year incumbent. 30 years in this gig and you still take the bait like that? Jesus Christ.
I consider myself like women's rights activist. I like appreciate the work you've done.
It's like you guys give me shit for getting baited by chat. I've been doing live streaming for 7 years. She's been in Congress for 30 years. And she acts like that in a public setting during a fucking campaign event. It's embarrassing. It's really fucking embarrassing.
Just wondering, why do you keep sending money for bombs that Israel is sending to Palestine?
So actually most people think that Israel should be able to defend itself with the Iron Dome.
Oh, no, she goes to the consultant position, general favorability, which she's lying about, by the way, rather than... Because for one, the person asking the question was asking about offensive weapons, bombs, not just Iron Dome supplies. So she's pivoting here. This is dishonesty. But also, rather than defending her position, she just goes back to well, I'm technically allowed to believe this because the consultants say that I can.
And that's what I'm talking about. But so
defending themselves is different than continuing the genocide in Palestine.
Correct.
You're talking about different subjects, and I'm trying to ask you about the Block the Bombs Act.
Okay, I'll tell you about the Block the Bombs Act. I've read the Block the Bombs Act. The Block the Bombs Act is a very poorly written piece of legislation because it's both too narrow and it's too broad.
No. Nah, I don't think so. I think it's okay to just not give the genocidal Nazi party run country weapons.
I think you introduced amendments for it.
No specific criticisms because she probably hasn't even read it.
Can I finish? I can't introduce amendments because it hasn't been brought up.
Why are you sending money to Israel to commit a genocide in Palestine?
If the only issue that you care about is this issue, then you should not vote for it.
Again, this should just be completely disqualifying. I don't know. It's insane to me. Why would you ever talk like this? We would all recognize how insane this is if a Republican said this about affordability. If a Republican, and they have done this in fairness, but we all recognize how bad it is when they do it. If a Republican's like, listen, if all you care about is being able to pay medical bills, don't vote for me. Don't vote for me. Okay? I'm here for oil. Like, when we see Republicans do that, we all recognize that it's a symptom of an ailing and corrupt party. Why do we not like this? It's just anti-democracy.
That's what I would say to you.
That's good to know.
And then she lost by 10 points.
Any more money for offensive weapons to Israel, period. When we did the...
Weapons are offensive no matter what kind
I
they
understand you
are.
say that.
I'm a constituent asking a very direct question to you, and you're not answering it.
somebody.
You can really tell that she hasn't faced a primary challenger in a while because she and the Democratic apparatus around her in Colorado has refused to to challenge her in a primary. You can really tell she's gotten sitting pretty on her laurels. This is what happens. This is what happens. You get comfortable. This is not how politicians should feel. Every year that you are a elected representative in Congress should feel like 8 years have passed. The process of being a politician should erode your body and your health. You need to be stressed 24/7. This should not be a comfortable job. You are one of the most powerful people in the world. You need to be a militant activist fighting day by day by day to advance the interests of your constituents. But these people just, sorry, my tummy hurts. They just don't care. They just get lazy and complacent.
States.
I don't like genocide enablers. That's what I don't like. I think that's a little bit worse than anything that you could perceive as rude for your constituents confronting you over not representing our values.
Sir, I don't appreciate when people mischaracterize them. I'm happy to explain my position.
So is your character that you do not care about Palestinian children
No, I do
dying?
care about Palestinians.
So then why do you keep approving more arms to go to Israel?
So
we wouldn't be fighting.
You can really tell she hasn't had to do a debate like against a progressive challenger in a while. Because again, like they think rhetoric can overwhelm fact. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you say you don't want Palestinian children to die. If you oppose the Block the Bombs Act, you want Palestinian children to die. I'm sorry. Like you can't talk your way out of it. I'm sorry. It's really straightforward. There's no like ambiguity here. It's really, really, really straightforward.
Iran right now, if we had done an arms embargo a year ago, 2 years ago, we've let them run rogue because of representatives like you taking AIPAC money.
Did take one AIPAC donation before the October 6th.
By the way, you know what Mamdani did that these candidates won't do because they're hacks and they know they can't defend their positions? Hold town hall style conversations with dissenting voters to hear them out. Mamdani did this a lot, both before and after the election, where Mamdani would the October 6th thing, Jesus, where Mamdani would like talk to people who disagree with him and hear out their concerns. Can you imagine a candidate like this sitting down, like in a proper sit down, not like here's a quick convo in a coffee shop, we're trying to get like a clip of you, but like a 30-minute sit down where she explained in detail her positions to a person who opposed her? They could never do it because they know there is no defense. They know they would lose. They are completely uninterested in it. But people like Milat Kiros are more than happy to go on the news and do 30-minute sit-downs where they respond to every single criticism levied against them, even phrased antagonistically. We believe in democracy. They don't. They are the cancer rotting this party, making us weak. We are the solution.
And then I refused any more PAC money. I have not taken
So
any
you
PAC
still
money.
vote
No, let me tell
to
you,
approve
that
funds
PAC
for
listen,
Israel and they're not even paying you? That's kind of crazy. Is it hard to keep track of who gives you money after 30 years in office? Do you think that maybe we should have people that have more stake in the future than you do representing us and making decisions for our future?
Nobody can buy my vote. I don't.
Also, just general, like, terrible media skills on her part. Like, she's just fundamentally very, very bad at dealing with this kind of like mildly heated, disagreement, this oppositional rhetoric. She's just bad at it. She's not good at it.
Care who that is.
But that's your job as a
I
politician.
don't care who that is.
I think it's been happening for over 30
I'm
years.
glad you think that, but it's incorrect.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sunrise Movement. I really just really, really, really congratulate you for doing a good job reminding us how anti-democratic these people are. Ken Klippenstein got blocked by DeGette on Twitter for asking who she is. That's fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. Who are you? DeGette's blocked you. Like J.K. Rowling shit. You're a 30-year incumbent, but your job is so easy you have time to get personally mad on Twitter. Fucking embarrassing. Like you're just like angrily blocking people in the replies. Has she even conceded yet? Genuine question.
I want to congratulate Milat Kiros for her victory last night, and I want to wish her all
she's conceded.
the best in her future. I also want to thank Wanda James for her years of involvement and service to this community. Thanks to all my friends and supporters who have lifted me up in all of my years in public service. And thanks to my intrepid campaign staff who fought until the bitter end to get our message out. Job number one is standing up to Donald Trump and protecting our democracy. And along with thousands of constituents, I want to thank all of the staff from my congressional office.
She didn't even attend her campaign event last night. Shit was over at 9 p.m. That's so fucking funny. Bitter fucking losers, the lot of them. Terrible, terrible people.
Both Denver and D.C., for consistently serving the residents of the 1st Congressional District over the years with commitment and compassion.
Interview Nicole Shea, the woman talking to get more in depth about the incident on my YouTube channel. You're self-promoting, but like for something that's relevant? That's crazy. I've never seen a self-promo post that wasn't like a waste of my time before. That's crazy. You can just link the video if you want. I'm not saying I'll watch it, but like I appreciate that it's relevant.
And I want to thank my family, my sisters Kathy and Kara, and my brother Rick and their families, my wonderful daughters.
The reporting on our watch party was funny. 9 News' Phil Lipoff from Diane DeGette's election night watch party. There are 4 people in this room. 2 of them are photographers. 2 of them are reporters. The bartender is gone. Everyone is gone. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. But again, a reminder, she has no supporters. The only reason Diane DeGette was able to win over and over again is because she was never challenged. She was allowed to grow weak and fat and slow, like an unchallenged apex predator, just sitting there relying on the fact that nobody was dared to challenge her in a party where seniority and patronage are rewarded. No one was there to enthusiastically support her. No one cares. Just name recognition carries you. That's it.
Rafaela and Francesca, who have never known a time when their mom was not in elected office, and whose families keep them strong and centered. And of course, my husband Lino, who has stood by me for over 40 years. Frankly, this was not the way I would have wanted to end my career in politics, but I'm proud of my accomplishments. From protecting the environment and cleaning up toxic waste to
The issue is they consider being a House rep the same as they would view any random job. As I've said many times before, it is the plague of technocracy within the Democratic Party. They don't like politics. They don't care about politics. They're not interested in the political aspect of doing politics. They are interested in being middle managers for capital. Republicans are also interested in being middle managers for capital, but unlike Democrats, they're actually interested in the, politics part of the dynamic.
Starting research that will cure previously deadly diseases, to fighting for reproductive rights. I strive every day to be the quintessential legislator, passing bills of my own design and collaborating with colleagues on both sides of the aisle to make a better society for all Americans. Sadly, in our toxic political climate, there seems to be little room for that type of politician anymore.
See, always bitter. They're always bitter when they leave. They're never actually graceful. Dan Goldman runs to Jake Tapper to whine. She's like, actually, it wasn't democracy that ousted me. It was a bitter political environment where people are mean.
As well as legislating, I've fought my entire career against injustice and overreach. I've led oversight investigations against government officials who serve their interests instead of the public interest.
Want to know how little she's done, by the way? If you go to her Wikipedia page, there is not a single entry between her 1996 and 2026 elections. I have actually never seen that before. I have never in my life seen a political career in a single seat this long where they don't mention any elections other than the first one and the last one. That's insane. I have never seen that before. I've never seen that before. What'd you do between 1996 and 2026? I don't know. That's crazy. These are the only notable elections? Not a single time has there been a notable election. Let's see. Diabetes Caucus, Pro-Choice Caucus, Speaker pro tempore presided over the debate in 2019. Received national attention in 2005 when the House of Representatives passed legislation she co-sponsored to lift Bush's limits on federal funding for embryonic stem cell research. Co-sponsored, lift the limits on... Okay, good, yeah. In 2007, House Democrats designated whip on the bill reauthorizing the state children's health insurance. It seems like her entire career has just been occasionally getting past the ball so that she can get like a little bit of news coverage for doing a thing the Democratic Party supported anyway. When has she ever like taken a stand? When has she ever done anything? You're one of the most powerful people in the world. You're a U.S. House of Representatives member and you've been there for 30 years. 30 years, you could be like a real career. You could be like a figure, a force. People should know your name, but nobody knows DeGette. And next year, nobody will remember her. In one cycle, Milat Kiros will have more of a name for herself than DeGette ever did, because Milat Kiros believes in politics. It's not even a reflection of their underlying ideology or their effectiveness as congresspeople. It's just that Milat Kiros believes in politics and DeGette doesn't. And that's the only difference that you need, really. It's a political seat. You need to believe in politics. Embarrassing, man.